Here we have Awesome UAV's F200 Standard Edition. I got this direct from Awesome UAV. They're kind enough to send me the sample at a much greater discounted price. Now, one thing I love about this frame is its design. It is fantastic. It looks great, it looks smart, it looks clean. The chamfered edges on the anodized aluminium just pops, just really stands out. Now, the standard edition comes with just the generic CCD 600 TV line or 700 TV line camera. I think it's 600 TV line camera. CCD sensor in a basic standard HS177 style plastic case. First things first, the supplied Phillips head screws to mount the camera came loose after the first LOS flight and fell out. So for replacements, they're just M2 thread. I've put Allen bolt in there, and because it flops around a little bit, I just put a couple of dabs of hot glue on the bottom of the edge of the camera to hold it in place. The standard edition comes with a TS, I think it is a 5628 200 milliwatt VTX. It's quite a large unit, old school. It takes up a lot of space in there. Made the spec sat a very tight fit, so I added the spec sat for my use. Comes with a nice clover leaf, quite flexible and bendy. A little bit shorter would be nicer, because this does cop a little bit of props damage after a rollover. I've also put the battery, a fatter pad underneath for the battery. That's just my own thing. The Awesome 2205 2600 kV motors, I quite rate them. They're a little bit heavier duty than most motors, as in weight wise, but they do have a lot of strength in the bell. There's a machine lip top above the magnets to try and keep them in place, I'd say. Now, crash issues. As soon as I crashed, first things first, same as everyone else's problem, delamination of the arms. This is probably due to the hardcore chamfering that they have on here. As you can see, it's pretty much a 45-degree beveled edge all the way, both sides, to a point. So that could probably be encouraging a lot of the delamination there. Also, the slot that's cut there for the carbon uprights, that would be a lot stronger if it wasn't cut all the way through to the edge. So maybe just slot cut and leave 3mm of material on the edge. That would be perfect. That would make it a lot stronger. Apart from that, the design is beautiful. Also, with the aluminium piece on the side here, in the machining process, if they just keep a little bit of the aluminium to stick out from here, up out to the edge here, to act as a brace against this part of the arm lifting up, a bit of a gusset even, that would also solve a lot of problems. But apart from that, easy to put together, easy to build. The standard edition comes with the SPF 3 and Betaflight 3.1.0 I had installed in mine. I heard some people have CleanFlight installed. This is a CleanFlight branded board. The standard edition comes fully assembled. Just bind and fly, add your own radio. Now, one thing I did notice is that there's no buzzer supplied, so I had to attach my own buzzer, and the VBAT isn't connected. So if you want to get voltage readings or get your buzzer warnings when the voltage is low, you have to hook up your VBAT. It's not a hard process, everything's there on the PDB to go to it. The 25 amp BL Heli-S ESCs, these are 2 to 4S versions, and for such little cheap units, I'm quite impressed with them. I'm actually going to buy a few separately to try on other builds and see how they go. Now, they supply you with 50-42 props, racer stars. I'm not running them just yet. I've used 50-51 and they do hit the frame, but one quick smash on the throttle and it trims the props up nicely. That's only because the 5051 sits so high. All the other propellers sit under this little lump here on the side, so they fit. The 5051's hit up here somewhere. Alright, zero the scales out. The Awesome F200 plug-and play standard version comes in at 287 grams. Now, got to factor in a satellite receiver or whatever receiver you run. So throw that on. It brings it up to 292 grams. And then, of course, 1500 milliamp hour battery. And that brings it up to 480 grams. So 480 grams with a 1500 milliamp 4S. That's not too bad.
Yo, dude, it hasn't even started yet. Flashing! Alright, don't worry. Love to that mad camera.
First time in that college, first time with your bitch. Her performance was flawless. She's got some technique, I guess she learned that in college by blowing all of the guys with a 69 average. Taking my time to make peace with the fact that I don't have to worry about the new stats of the people that hate on the people like me or the people like Jack. Cause this is the jungle, so get ready to rumble. We turn the bass up. Welcome to the jungle, 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 jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Some more weapons in the door, step into the floor. I wanna hear the crowd go roar. Gas into the zone, never going home. Tell me, do you want some more? 1, 2, come through. I'll show you a thing or two. Might do kung fu.
Now, con, straight up, the arm delamination issue. Now, I've been emailing Awesome UAV, and I've inquired about getting either a 4mm base plate with no chamfering cut, or a nice big 5mm base plate cut with no chamfering as well. Delamination issue seems to be stemming from the fact that the chamfering is taking a 45-degree angle on both edges to a point. You can, like, when it delaminates, you can see the individual layers peeling off. But in order to get these base plates cut and changed, we have to get a minimum order of 10 frames. So if anyone's interested in keeping the F200 alive, because it is a nice looking frame and a great flyer, and it protects that stack so nicely. Yeah, maybe leave a comment in the comment section, and if we get enough interest, I'll go ahead with it, get them cut and send them out. Alright, enjoy and happy flying.